Ahoy there, Legion! Got some news that the livestream last week was not technically Devstream 73, as that's apparently going up today. Why they skipped one and did two back-to-back, I has no idea, but either way, I'll recap and review it for you on Monday. I logged in the other day, and what do you know? I got me a free weapon! The Azima is an automatic secondary that you can get completely free just for logging into the game enough days. You can't beat free, but how does it handle? Truth be told, Legion, I am not a fan of secondaries. I make some concessions for the Dex Furious and of course my Wraith Twin Vipers, but other than them sparingly, I don't use the things. Just not my style. That said, what's it got under the hood? Well, you got here an okayish amount of crit and status sitting at 10% each. You have a solid fire rate, fairly large magazine capacity, some great accuracy, which I'll highlight in a second, 2 innate polarity slots, and a built-in catalyst. Let's start out with the pros. The crit chance is a bit on the low side, but still high enough you can build for that if you like. Status chance might be the better option here if you've been collecting all the dual stat event mods that have been released so far. And again, that accuracy is quite on point. Single firing at 50 meters is just about pinpoint, and full auto is still an impressively tight spread. Giggity. How about the cons? Well, if you're not a fan of secondaries, you're probably not going to be converted with the Azima. I do like the steady fire rate and accuracy, it feels good in function, but I also want to have an akimbo variety to go super full auto. The damage is pretty low per shot, so you're going to need to jack that up to do anything. And you'll likely throw in multi-shot mods just to get the most out of it. If you do go that route and increase your fire rate, you're going to notice a sharp decline in what was originally a very accurate weapon. Here's a side-by-side of the default accuracy compared to a weak multi-shot and fire rate build I just jammed in there. It'll go from predictable ranged damage to bursty and up close, which ain't bad, but you're going to need to keep that in mind and alter your playstyle around it. In the end, it's free, and I can't really harp on it too much, and I did find some fun uses for it. Stuck between two choices and not sure which to go with? Flip a coin for it. Have a longing to bake some bagels or donuts but are watching your carb intake? Why not stack up a few in-game for a guilt-free snack? If you really want to crank them out, jack up that reload and attack speed, baby. Oh yeah! Line up your friends atop a decent incline and see who can get their magazine to travel the furthest. Minimap geeking out? Prone to getting lost in a mission? Or simply need to release some OCD tendencies? Why not Azima? Of course, the trail doesn't exactly stay for very long, so you gotta move quickly, Tenna. Finally, if you're in the mood for some quantum physics with your Warframe, just reload a few times atop of something tall, then zoom in mid-reload and boom, you got the double slit experiment. So there you have it, Legion. From party games, baking, or mind-melting science, the Azima does it all. A pistol like no other, and a secondary second to none. Build it entirely for damage, it'll serve you well. Or focus only on ammo capacity and reload speed and goof off with it. However you have fun with it, at the end of the day, it's still having fun. If you enjoyed this super serial 15-former review of the Azima, we'd be honored if you'd like, favorite, and share it with your fellow Tenno. We always appreciate it when he does. As always, thank you for watching, and catch you next time, Legion. Take care.